Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We have seen a negative tick on the US markets on Friday. Dow was down about 0.28% and the Nasdaq was down about 0.08%. Though the employment data that came out were much better than market expectations, and the job addition that we've seen was about 2,88,000, and the unemployment rate has actually come down to almost about 6.3%, which is the lowest that we have seen in the last about 5 to 6 years. But because of the increased tensions in the Ukraine and possible action that might be taken against Russia, we have seen that the markets are not reacting to the positive data points that we have received, and European markets were also weak, and DAX and CAC both were down about 0.5 to 0.65%. However, the FTSE was up, and when we look at the Asian markets, some of the markets are shut actually, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up about 10 to 12 odd points. In terms of flows, friends, FIs were net buyers in the cash market to the tune of about 387 crore. The domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 407 crore, and in the index futures we have seen the FI selling to the tune of about 242 crore. Our own markets have been building under pressure. In fact, for the last about 4 to 5 trading sessions, we have seen the downtick in the market. And as we have the important verdict on elections, which is going to be out on 16th of May, we see increased volatility in the market, and which is reflected in the way the VIX has actually shot up to about 31, 32 odd levels. And we think that as we have a little more clarity on the exit polls, which will be out somewhere on 12th or 13th of May, you could see a bit of volatility playing out in our own markets. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O clues and ideas that we could have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Friday's trading session turned out to be a disappointing trading session for the Indian equity markets, as we have seen that markets players have booked their profits away, as around 0.65 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, and there is not much in change in price, but cost of carry increased marginally by approximately 40%. And Nifty futures premium also increased from 30 points to 32 odd levels. On the PCR front, it is increased from 0.86 to 0.91, which is clearly saying that put option has added more number of shares than call option. We have seen that put option has added around 35 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 11 lakh shares in open interest, which is clearly visible in the options activity. As of now, 6,500 stands with highest number of shares in open interest. Approximately 41 lakh shares are available. And on the call strike of as of now 7,000 stands with highest number of shares in open interest. There is approximately 6% rise in open interest. There is one security in bank period today, which is Reliance Capital, and FIs were net buyers of approximately 747 odd crores in future and option segment. Mainly they were net buyers in index options of approximately 1,016 odd crores. Our 5 days VWAP is 6850, lower range for the market would be 6650 and higher range would be 6850. Singapore Nifty is up by 5 points, so we may see a positive to flattish opening in the Indian equity markets. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action. First of all, starting with the actionable ideas. The first one is ONGC. Since nearly after about a year after it blocked India's $5 billion deal to take stake in the Kazakhstan oil field, finally OVL has been offered about 25% interest in the Abai block, which according to Kazakhstan government estimates has about 2.8 billion barrels of oil reserves. So this is positive for ONGC, though the price at which this deal would be done is not known. We think that this is definitely going to have a positive impact on the stock, so one can go long there with the stop loss of 323 and a target of about 339 to about 345. Reliance Capital, which has been reeling under pressure for the past few trading sessions, announced good set of numbers, and their net profit came in at about 267 crore as against about 265 crore in the fourth quarter. So one can go long on Reliance Capital with the stop loss of 342 and a target of about 359 to about 366. Here is a list of stocks with positive and negative bias. We have HDFC, M&M Finance, Arvind and Yes Bank as stocks with positive bias. One can really trade on the long side for the day, and similarly stocks with negative bias are Tata Steel, NTPC, HUL and HDFC Bank. The companies which will be announcing numbers today: Canara Bank, we are looking at a net profit of 528 crore. Ajanta Pharma, we are looking at a net profit of about 63.7 crore. And in other news and developments, Muthoot Finance has successfully completed the institutional placement program to comply with the regulatory norms for a minimum shareholding of 25%, and this was in the band of about 155 to about 165 rupees. And Puravankara sells about 50% in the Kochi project to Sobha for about 326 crores. So expect some positive reaction in the Sobha developers in the today's market. Suzlon Energy is positive news as the company has announced cashless restructuring of the existing FCCBs worth about $485 million for 5 years. So this could have some positive rub-off on the Suzlon stock price. And V-Guard came out with good set of numbers and overall performance was quite good as the PAT grew by 74.2%. And Deepak Nitrite also came out with good set of earnings and their net profit grew by about 68%. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a good trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.